Hello everyone and welcome to the Transit Nomad family. Is it safe to travel to Eastern Europe or is it dangerous? Before we get started, I'd like to let you know that as an active traveler and business owner with experience, I might be able to assist you with trip planning, life coaching, and business consulting with all the details available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad. This is where you can also find lots of exclusive content on many different cities around the world, my secret tips, PDF guides, and the option to request a custom video on any topic that matters to you. Once again, all of that info is available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. With that being said, let's begin discussing Eastern Europe. I am currently located in Sofia, Bulgaria. It's 2025 and I'm walking around some areas around the city center. This is Eastern Europe, Southeastern Europe, but I've been to lots of different countries in Eastern Europe. You name it, many places. I've been there, I've lived there, and I'm originally from Ukraine, so that is also Eastern Europe. And I've also spent a lot of time in Western Europe, and I live in the United States. So this gives me enough information to kind of compare and understand what the difference is in terms of safety. And there's a very common misperception and misunderstanding. People think that Eastern Europe is more dangerous than Western Europe. Well, if you look at the crime data and compare a lot of Western European cities with Eastern European cities, you will see that Eastern European cities generally tend to be a lot safer with lower crime rates than Western European cities. And if you actually walk around and explore the places and see the people and the crowds, you might find yourself being surprised as the streets in Eastern Europe are actually cleaner, there is less garbage, and also the strange characters that are yelling or smelling bad or behaving inappropriately or looking at you in a strange way. You can find them everywhere, but in Eastern Europe it's usually a lot less than in Western Europe. So this is a very big misconception, misunderstanding. I don't know where that comes from and why people feel that way. Even myself, I always thought that Paris would be better, it's the best, it's going to be safer. But in reality, there are a lot of really rough areas in Paris, and even in the city center, there were a lot of strange characters walking around or trying to take advantage of tourists. I saw it with my own eyes. Whereas here in Sofia, in Bulgaria, I feel like everything is a lot more chill and relaxed. And I looked up the data, and the data proves that it's one of the safest cities in all of Europe, believe it or not. So if you are looking for a safe place to travel to, Sofia, Bulgaria might be a really good choice, believe it or not. And it is safer than Paris, it's safer than London, it's safer than many other famous European capitals. I just came from Brussels, which is in Belgium, and it's safer than Brussels, believe it or not. So I recommend keeping that in mind before you decide where to travel to, and not really falling into that trap of thinking that Eastern Europe is more dangerous. And I really just have no idea where that comes from. The only thing that comes to mind is because of communist influenced past, maybe because of the Iron Curtain, and the information did not travel through freely from the west to the east and from the east to the west, and because of that some people think that maybe Eastern Europe is more dangerous. And that is the only thing that really comes to mind. But the purpose of this video is to let you know that you shouldn't think too much, you shouldn't worry too much. Eastern Europe is definitely not more dangerous than Western Europe. If anything, it's safer and more comfortable, and you shouldn't worry, just come and enjoy. A couple of tips I have also. A couple of minor tips I have also is to kind of sorry, I got a little bit distracted, but you need to use basic precautions when it comes to your belongings. You should definitely have it attached to you in some way. Use a strap, and don't just like leave it on the table or leave it on the bench, because you don't want someone to grab it and run away. This is especially common in Western Europe, actually. Pickpockets and other people who like to take advantage, they would just grab the stuff and run away, or sometimes they would even ride these motorcycles, and people would be walking on the sidewalk on the side of the road, and someone would grab your stuff and then run away. So make sure it's firmly attached to you, and also it's within your sight. If you're eating at a restaurant, still have that backpack attached to you. That would be a really good safety precaution. And another little tip for you is don't look like a victim. If you look like a victim, you might attract attention to yourself. So try not to look like you're lost, or you don't know where you're going, or you don't know what you're doing. Try to project confidence. Even if you are a little bit lost, still you should try to project confidence and look like you know where you're going, or you know what you need to do. This is not gonna hurt you in any way. It's actually going to help you, because people will see that, okay, this is not the target, this is not the victim. But if you look like you're scared, you try to walk faster, and people realize you're kind of trying to run away because you think they're gonna take advantage of you, they're gonna feel that too, and you know, it's like you're inviting them to take advantage of you. So try to project confidence and look like you know what you're doing, and you know where you're going. And of course, obviously, if you are afraid, don't walk around at night by yourself, especially in the areas that you're not too familiar with. That is just common sense. It applies to any city. But other than that, I think you're gonna have a great time in Eastern Europe, with the only regret of not coming here earlier and not visiting earlier, because guess what? You can still enjoy beautiful architecture, a very nice looking buildings, and lots of different stores and shops and galleries and museums and concert halls. And guess what? Everything's going to be a lot more affordable, and the quality will be either the same or better, because so many people want to travel to Western Europe, and it's so competitive. People from all over the world, everyone wants to go to Paris, London, Milan. These are like the top destinations that people think of. And because of that, the business owners or service providers, they don't really need to try that hard to provide a good service, because people are gonna come anyway, people are gonna pay for it anyway, and there's not enough encouragement to improve, because you have a lot of customers coming in the whole time. You don't need to try hard to attract them. But in Eastern Europe, they are competing a little bit more for customers, so chances are you might get a better service. And by better service, I'm talking about the overall quality. I'm not talking about fake smiles. Fake smiles is definitely not a thing in Eastern Europe. People will smile only if there's something really funny, or if they really mean it, if they are really happy. But for the most part, people will just have like a normal face, like just normal face, not angry, but also not smiling. So if you like smiles, the best place for that, two places I have in mind. One place is the United States, because it's part of American culture to smile when you make an eye contact with someone. And that is very common over there, and even I'm used to it because I live in California. When you see someone looks at you, you look at them, you just have a little smile, which I think is cool. I appreciate that. And also Thailand. In Thailand, when you make an eye contact with someone, people will smile. That is their custom. But in Eastern Europe, it's not part of the local tradition. So if you look at someone or they look at you and they don't smile to you, it doesn't mean that they don't like you or they don't want you to be there. It just it's not something they are used to. So don't be afraid or don't be alarmed by that. It's totally normal. But other than that, you can see we are walking around. There is a lot of graffiti here and there, but just because there is a lot of graffiti, it does not mean it's dangerous. It's just that it just means that there is a lot of street art and people like to do that and they don't clean it up. This is even worse in Belgium and many other Western European cities, also lots of graffiti. So it's not unique to Sofia, Bulgaria. It's not unique to Eastern Europe. You're gonna find that everywhere. But other than that, the streets are relatively clean and not so much trash, and people are friendly and happy, and you see everybody wants to be in the video. Yeah, so totally fine. And with that being said, I would like to let you know that I am here for a couple of weeks in Sofia, Bulgaria, and at the end of my trip, I'll be recording my final verdict video comparing Bulgaria with other countries to help you decide if you should visit, while also saving you lots of time and money with practical tips on how to get the most out of your trip. This will be an exclusive video, but you can easily gain access to it by subscribing or donating any amount on buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. With that being said, thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.